welcome to Down to Earth. Today we have a special guest horticulturist. This is Augie Doggie. If you happen to follow me on Twitter at Daphne Richards, you've seen a lot of tweets about him. He's a new little boy in my life, so we thought we'd bring him in today to meet everyone. Our question this week is from Ava Hayes, who has some very confusing tissue. She didn't understand what it was. It's actually fasciated. We're not sure what causes this tissue. It does look really interesting. It's definitely a genetic mutation, and it develops when the round growing point, the apical meristem, becomes distorted and crescent-shaped. Because of that, the apical meristem no longer is a rounded mass, and the growth becomes flattened. This creates a flattened stem, and it's usually fan shape. This normally occurs in discrete regions of the plant and not all over it. In experiments, this type of growth has been created from an overabundance of plant hormones, wounding, and severe pruning. But still, we really don't know what causes it. Most of these occur in nature and they have no known cause. It may simply be a genetic anomaly. Genetic mutations that lead to an evolutionary advantage are sustained, but these don't seem to have one. This can be reproduced asexually, and so it's prized in horticulture because it's so interesting. You'll notice a similarity, because it is the same, to our crested saguaros in the Sonoran Desert. In addition to stem tissue, as you see here, the flowers can be distorted. And an example of that is coxcomb celosias, and even beefsteak tomatoes can show this characteristic. You should look at the flowers next time you grow those. Our plant this week is chaparral sage, Salvia clevelandii. This plant has wonderful foliage fragrance, but the flowers are not terribly fragrant. It's evergreen, and the flowers are similar to horse mint. It is a relative. Those flowers occur along elevated stems, and they are much higher than the plant. The flowers are light to medium purple, so plant this near a sidewalk because the smells when you brush against it are really nice. It gets about 3 feet tall and wide, so give it plenty of space, full sun, and very low water. It does tolerate our alkaline soil, and if you want to amend the soil, do it with a sandy soil amendment. It's great in rocky soil, but not too much organic matter, and it doesn't like our clay soils. We are having a lot more decomposed granite landscapes, so these would be great in that situation. You do need to be cautious when you water these plants. They do not tolerate being overwatered. You may have to mail order them. They're not commonly available around here, but they are a plant from the native Southern California. They're not invasive, though. I brought mine back last year, and it did croak in the fall deluge that we got last year, so be very careful where you plant it. To do this week, it's a great time to plant a tree. Here we are in the fall. The nights are staying cooler, and we're getting some nice autumn rain. Deciduous trees are getting ready to go dormant, so it's a perfect time to plant them and let them concentrate on their roots. I know you all know that the planting hole should be much wider than it is deeper, and if you are looking at that, just be sure to not plant your trees too deeply. You want to look for the root flare at the base of the tree, and you want to be that above the soil level. We'd love to hear from you. Please visit klru.org/ctg to send us your question or a plant of the week from your garden.